Good morning to you viewers. Here is the top headlines that is trending around the Biafra and also around the globe and in Nigeria. Hear the news in details. First on our list here is under Nigerian news. The great IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, opens up on only reason that will make them disband and put an end to Biafra agitation. The conditions have been put out there. It remains for the Fulani control government of Nigeria to do what? To look into it and see if they are capable of granting the conditions of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, so that everything that got to do with agitation will be made what? Will be made a history. In another development, this one is international news or world news. Hamas attack. UK, US, Germany, France, Italy declare support for Israel against Palestinians. These people are trying to cause a third world war, but God will never allow them to do so. It don't happen again. This one is under Gist Lover. Kano government, they want to conduct mass wedding for 1,800 intending couples on Friday. That is how they keep on impoverishing the youth. You want to give 1,800 youths wives to marry, not providing job for them or providing a source of income for them so that they can get the marriage on themselves and know that they are qualified to keep a wife at home that can be able to take care of their wives and children. This is what Nigeria have turned into. The elites, their mode of operation is to make sure that the poor remains poor while the rich are getting rich in government houses. None of them have any business or workshop again. All their workshop is from local government to councillor, from councillor to House of Reps, from House of Reps, Senator, Governor. They will come back again and begin to look for ministerial appointment. That is the only work the Nigerian politicians know how to do. It's only Nigerian politics about somebody will start his journey of life into politics and end it there. Going about swindling people's money, spending and looting the commonwealth of the nation and commonwealth of the poor masses, simply because they feel that they own the people. Now you want to conduct 1,800 intending couples on Friday, mass wedding, so that the poverty will continue increasing in their generation. I weep for my Hausa people. I think it's better for them because they are the one that even if they bring out, look at Obama today in Nigeria, they will say no, they will not vote for him. They want to vote for somebody who is a Muslimi. Make us continue the hardship. On a hold the highest office in Nigeria, on a still hold the highest poverty in the land. The highest rate of begging we have in Nigeria is from the north. Well, I rest my case here. My wonderful people, before I forget, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all viewers. Anyway, where you dey, I beg, collect this salute while they will give you this early Wednesday morning. My name is Namandia Neze, reporting live from the platform of Okute Daily Talk, where we speak to the undiluted truth about things of life. This one na emergency broadcast because IPOB have come out now and let the Fulani government of Nigeria to know that look at the conditions to meet. And once the conditions can be able to meet, they will do what? They will hands up in anything that has to do with agitation or calling for a referendum. I don't know what it is, but we are going to read it together. So join me as we are about to proceed. Like this message, share, comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification icon, be notified each time we go live or there's any new video on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. The spokesman of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Emmanuel Powerless, has said that the group will disband if the people vote against self-determination in a referendum. Powerless insisted that the United Nations Charter has given them the right to chart their own political future if their political and economic survivals is threatened. Powerless, who a few days ago issued a statement indicating the readiness of IPOB to dialogue with the Nigerian government on the issue of referendum, however, stated that the group was not begging for it. That is what it is their right to stand for it. He argued that it is up to the Fulani government to to decide if they want to dialogue with them or not. Powerless insisted that the Biafra referendum is sacrosanct and nothing will stop it from ushering in Biafra's restoration and independence. He said, "We never begged for dialogue or discussions with Nigerian government. Then the options are left for them to decide. IPOB worldwide is ready anytime they are ready. We don't want people to see that statement as if we are begging for dialogue or discussion. The Biafra referendum is sacrosanct and nothing will stop it to usher in the Biafra restoration and independence," according to Emma Powerless. We saw many wrong comments from mostly those enemies from other tribes who think they can bring IPOB down. Some people think IPOB is hard to believe in peaceful dialogue and discussion. Speaking further, IPOB declared that any negotiation must have its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, present when he would have regained his freedom. Powerful noted that the Republic of Biafra was in existence before the British invasion and the colonization of the territories of the indigenous people and called it Nigeria. But before then, for IPOB to engage Nigeria in any negotiations and dialogue for the Biafra referendum, first, Kanu must be released unconditionally. He will lead the negotiation. Secondly, the international community represented in the United Nations, African Union, European Union, the US government, and the Russian Federation government, and Israel must be represented at the negotiation table. Should the Nigerian government remain adamant and refuse to obey extant laws on self-determination, IPOB and Biafrans will continue with civil disobedience within the boundaries of international laws until our demands are met. For us in IPOB, every card is on the table. As freedom fighters, we adequately harness every available opportunity for Biafra independence, as long as Biafrans are forced to remain in a deadly union that threatens our survival, called Nigeria. We shall ensure the economic and political survival of Nigeria is under threat as well. This one is from Emma Powerless. We can assure Nigeria that IPOB members and Biafrans will never capitulate on our self-determination struggle. On the other hand, if Biafrans are allowed to have a referendum and a majority vote, yes, for us to exit Biafra and Nigeria shall remain friendly nations. But if the majority voted no for us to remain in Nigeria, the IPOB job will have been done and the movement will be disbanded, according to Emma Powerless. On the other hand, world news. Israel has received backing from the leaders of the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, France, and Italy in the ongoing war between the country and Palestinians. What is this war turning into is what I cannot say. Nigerian News reported earlier that the Palestinian Islamist group Hamas launched an offensive attack on Israel, resulting in provocative reprisal from the latter. The event has, however, resulted in scores of casualties from both sides. In a press statement released on Tuesday, October 10, by the U.S. White House, the Western world leaders condemned Hamas' invasion and warned that no party should exploit the attacks in Israel to seek advantage. The world leader described the Palestinian group as terrorists, saying there is no justification for Hamas' action. They openly support Israel to defend itself from the Hamas. The statement reads, President Macron of France, Chancellor Scholz of Germany, Prime Minister Meloni of Italy, and Prime Minister Sunak of the United Kingdom, and President Joe Biden of the United States express our steadfast and united support to the state of Israel and our unequivocal condemnation of Hamas and its appalling acts of terrorism. We make clear that the terrorist actions of Hamas have no justification, no legitimacy, and must be universally condemned. There is never any justification for terrorism. In recent days, the world has watched in horror as Hamas terrorists massacred families in their homes and slaughtered over 200 young people enjoying a music festival and kidnapped elderly women, children, and entire families who are now being held as hostages in their coven. Our countries will support Israel in its effort to defend itself and its people against such atrocities. We further emphasize that this is not a moment for any party hostile to Israel to exploit this attack to seek advantage. All of us recognize the legitimate aspirations of the Palestinian people and support equal measures of justice and freedom for Israelis and Palestinians alike. But make no mistake, Hamas do not represent those aspirations, and it offers nothing for Palestinians people other than more terror and bloodshed. This Hamas group need to be wiped. Over the coming days, we will remain united and coordinated together as allies and as common friends of Israel to ensure Israel is able to defend itself and to ultimately set the conditions for a peaceful and integrated Middle Eastern region. 9 Americans killed in Hamas-Israel war, State Department spokesperson, according to the U.S. Earlier, the spokesperson for the United States Department of State, Matthew Miller, claimed that at least 9 Americans have been killed in the attack launched by Hamas terrorists on Israel. The majority leader in the U.S. Senate, Chuck Schumer, in a statement released earlier, said 4 American citizens lost their lives in the assault on Sunday. Schumer said, "Unfortunately, we know there are Americans who were killed. The administration told us that they know of 4 thus far, but sadly, we know the toll will still rise because a lot of Americans are there." Secretary of the State Antony Blinken on Sunday said the U.S. is working overtime to verify reports of missing and dead Americans after Hamas launched an unprecedented attack against Israel. Blinken, who spoke with CNN's Dana Bash, said, "We have reported that several Americans were killed. We are working overtime to verify that. At the same time, there are reports of missing Americans, and there again, we are working to verify those reports." CNN, however, on Monday afternoon reported that death toll has risen to 9 as Israel ordered a complete siege in Gaza. Israeli Minister of Strategic Affairs Ron Dermer told Bash Sunday that Americans are among the scores of hostages being held in Gaza. The U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, meanwhile, updated its contingency, planning for any political evacuation by land or air. The embassy on Saturday issued a shelter-in-place order for its personnel. On Ahiram, where the last but not the least, about the mass wedding that is going to take place on Friday in Kano. No fewer than 1,800 intending couples across the 44 local government areas of Kano State will be wedded on Friday, 13th October 2023 in a planned mass wedding celebration by the state government. Okute News understand that all preparations are set for the Kano State mass wedding scheme, as this was confirmed by the state governor, Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf. It was gathered that the governor made a disclosure on Monday during his inspection of arrangement for the mass celebration made at the state Hezbollah board premises. The governor, who expressed satisfaction at all the preparations towards the wedding, was not happy about the decayed and abandoned uncompleted buildings of offices at the Hezbollah state headquarters to over 8 years without completion. He said, despite the significant role played by Hezbollah board in ensuring peace, security, mitigating marriage, couples, and societal vices, the board has not received proper attention from the previous administrations in the last 8 good years. This government will ensure that the board receives all the necessary attention it needs. It will be recalled that last week, the Hezbollah board revealed that the state government screened out intended couples for the mass wedding who tested positive for hepatitis B, HIV, sickle cell, and pregnancy. Speaking earlier at the inspection, the Commander General of Hezbollah board, Sheikh Aminu Ibrahim Darowa, applauded the state government's effort in sponsoring the mass wedding. He said it was timely because the economic hardship had hindered so many people from getting married. Then I'd also want to chip in something here that make sure that the state government also sponsor their feeding when they begin to hatch eggs. Hatch children like eggs, because according to them, the way they are born is every 1 year. As this one, even this one, no go waka self. The woman don't carry belly. So make sure that state government go to make provision for that too, because you cannot keep on promoting poverty instead of promoting factories, promoting industries, and promoting source of income for the youths. Rather, you choose to imprison them in poverty by by forcing them to get married simply because the state government want to sponsor it. That is ridiculous. I'm not in support of that. Instead, don't give me fish, teach me how to catch fish. That is the irony of this life we are living. Anymore, my wonderful people, I beg, help me share this message, like on it, comment on it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more and more experience as we proceed. Have a nice day. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. I am signing out. Bye for now. Que mesiano.